All right, all right, all right. It is story time. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? It is story time. Oh my goodness. Y'all know what it is. Breathe Anthology, Volume 1. It is story time. So tonight, I am featuring Miss Anesha Bonelli. Miss Anesha Bonelli, you see her right here. Miss Anesha Bonelli, you want to make sure you go get the book. You want to make sure you go get the book. You can go to OmazingYou.com to get the book. Anesha Bonelli, the title of her chapter is Believe the Process of Forgiveness. Now, are you guys ready? You got your snacks? Pull on up because it's story time. I was about 9 or 10 when the weight of my father's absence hit me full force. My elementary school at the time announced a father daughter's dance they were having. I can still remember that sting in my heart. I felt as they were making the announcement. The rest of the kids in my class expressed how excited they were and couldn't wait to tell their dad about the upcoming event. I felt embarrassed. I had to excuse myself. I had to go into the restroom to allow my tears to fall freely without someone asking me what was wrong. I felt the loss of my father like I've never felt before. This was the first and last time I allowed myself to be hurt due to my father's absence. I can remember listening to Mariah Carey's song Hero and envision my father coming to save the day and fill the enormous void placed deep within my heart. I later spent several years hoping my father would miraculously appear and be a part of my life. I used to even pray that God would guide him back to me. I don't know the full story as to why my mother and my father split. I just remember when they did. I never saw him again. Initially, I never even noticed the absence of a man I never really knew. Listen, I'm going to park it right here so that you guys can pick up this book. But there was a time when I felt this very thing. There was a time I remember the time when I think back to watching my friends go out with their mom, their dad. I remember being at track meets and my friends, my classmates having their parents, and my parents were not there. If you really knew me, you would know I didn't even meet my biological father until I was 14. And being pregnant at 16, looking for love in all the wrong places. I remember when I felt like, where's my father? And why isn't he with me? See, we have a tendency of allowing the absence of a person, place, or thing to cause us to doubt who we are. We have a tendency of allowing the absence and the void to cause us to fill it with something toxic. And I can remember being 16, looking for love in all the wrong places, finding myself in the arms of a man that clearly wasn't my father, but because of the void, I didn't know any better. And because of the void, He was a predator. And I didn't know. And I didn't know what I didn't know. Have you ever found yourself in a place with a person that filled the void that they had no business filling? Like, have you ever found yourself in a place where you were caught up? Like, you didn't even know what you didn't know. You just knew that you were trying to fill a void. You just knew that you didn't want to hurt anymore. You didn't want to cry anymore. You have you ever been in a place where you just was tired? You were emotionally drained. You were emotionally drained. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to long for a person, place, or thing. I know what it's like to have this void. And what do? We do our best to fill it with a person, place, or a thing. We do our best to fill it with a person, place, or thing. And so for those of you who can identify with this story, and I didn't even finish this story because I want you to get the book so that you can get the whole story. But I just want you to think about that moment when you felt like, I don't want to hurt no more. I don't want to cry anymore. I'm tired. And so you just start filling that void with a person, place, or thing until you realize that nothing can fill that for you. Nothing can fill that for you. Like the person, place, or thing, after they left, after they did their business, after you did your business, because for some of us, I don't know about you, but I'm going to say it this way. Have you ever, I'm going to go first and tell you that there was a time when because of the absence of my father, because I wanted my father's love, I didn't even know my father. And then when I did know my father, the love that I wanted, the closeness, the adoration, the love that only a father and daughter have, that is unconditional. I can't say that I know what that is. I can't say that I know what that was. What I can say is that I spent a long time trying to fill that void. What I can tell you is that I spent a long time pretending like I wasn't trying to fill that void. I spent a long time acting as if I didn't have daddy issues. And I want to say I spent so long acting as if, because I didn't know what I didn't know. And so as you listen to the story tonight, I want you to know this. It doesn't matter what the person did or didn't do. You have to love you unconditionally. You have to be your answer. And you, listen, let me lean in and tell you this, you guys. Let me tell you what I found out. What I found out is this. I didn't need my dad to validate me. I didn't need a man to validate me. What I needed was the love of my Heavenly Father. Truth be told, like nothing compares to human interaction. However, there is a love that comes with our Heavenly Father that is unmatched. And it only happens when you get into his presence. It only happens when, let me tell you this. When you get into the presence of your Heavenly Father, there's no there's no repercussions. When you get into the hands of the wrong man, the wrong woman, the wrong person, place, or thing, baby, there are some consequences and side effects that stay with you for eternity. Them side effects stay with you to the point where you got to go to counseling, you got to get therapy, you got to do some things. But what I found out, is that my dad couldn't give me what he didn't have. What I found out is that my husband could not give me what he didn't have. What I found out is that the relationships couldn't give me what they didn't have. What I found out is that the things that I was trying to fill my time and the void, it couldn't give me what I needed. And what I needed was to love me unconditionally, unapologetically. What I needed was to believe that I was enough and I was okay in the absence of. Listen, you got to get this book so that you can get the rest of this story. But as I read it, I just was like, oh my God, like, I know what it's like to be like, can you just choose me? Like, have you ever felt like you wasn't chosen? Have you ever felt like, why he didn't choose me? Why she didn't choose me? Have you ever felt like, am I not good enough? Here's the truth. It has nothing to do with us being good enough or not enough or too much. The issue is really that person. It's not us at all. And some of us spend a lifetime trying to fix what was never broken. Some of us spend a lifetime trying to make somebody love us or trying to become lovable, when what we need to do is spend time loving us. I'm telling you guys, this love that I have for myself, it took me so long to get here, and I'm so grateful and glad about it. Oh my goodness, y'all, listen. The no that I can now give unapologetically with no repercussions feels so good. The no that I now can give without feeling like how somebody else is going to feel because I said no, because I stood in my truth. It feels so good. It feels so good to say, I'm choosing me. And I'm not worrying about how you feel, because how you feel has been hurting me for such a long time. Now, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not hurting me no more. I don't know about y'all, but this season, this place that I'm in, I'm so liberated. This joy that I have, man didn't give it to me and man can't take it away. It is my Heavenly Father. It is the love of my Heavenly Father, y'all. And because of that, in this season, which is one of the reasons why I'm reading these stories, because my story don't belong to me. These stories, they don't belong to them. Like, we get to share our story so that you know you don't have to hide in your story, nor do you have to hide from your story. Free yourself and tell your story. Free yourself so that somebody else can get free through your story. That's the real purpose. That's the real why. So I know I gave you something to think about. And I just want you to comment where you are as you've listened to me tonight. Where are you? Are you still in your story? Are you still writing your story? Or are you letting God write your story? Like, where are you? And wherever you are, if this resonated with you, I'm sure you know 5 people that need to hear this. I know you know 5 people that need to know that you are already enough. And you don't need nobody to affirm you, to validate you, and to sign off and say you are enough. You don't need anybody to tell you that you're not enough. Listen, you are enough for you and for who God has for you. You are enough for you and who God has for you. So I just stopped by to not only highlight Anesha, but to also highlight you. And if no one has told you today, let me be the first one to tell you, I love you. You are enough. And you don't owe anything to anybody. I believe in you, and I just need you to believe in you. I just need you to believe in you. I just stopped by to invite you to pull up and believe in yourself. Because the love that you have for yourself, when you tap in to the love that your Heavenly Father have for you, and then you start loving you the way your Father loves you, baby, ain't nothing like it. It's an ecstasy you don't even know that you could experience, let me tell you. So, do me a favor. Share your comments and then share this with 5 other people. Listen, this has been story time. I am your storyteller. I am the midwife, Dr. Obiama Martin. I'm helping you give birth to that which you have been carrying, which is your story. You don't have to hide no more. Be brave, be bold, and share your truth, walking your truth with boldness and audaciousness, because you are enough, exactly who you are, exactly where you are. So I'm signing off tonight. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow for the next story time. Peace. Hi, my name is Dr. Obiama Martin, and I am the creator of the 8-week Believe Bigger group coaching program. This is for you if you are feeling like, I need answers. I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm stuck, and I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. The job that I'm in right now, it's okay, but like, I don't really like it. Or maybe the business that you're in is not what you thought it was going to be. Maybe you thought, man, this is really great. I can do this, but you've been in it for a while and it doesn't have the same feel or appeal, or it's no longer fun or profitable. The good news is the 8-week group program was created for you. And so we dive into mindset mastery. We dive into what's possible. And we do it in a safe space where you're able to scale and grow with other individuals who are exactly where you are. And so we get to grow together, scale together, and believe bigger together. And so if this is you and you are ready to believe bigger, comment below 8 weeks and one of my team members will contact you soon.